When I'm ready to move on, I look at the research participants. This is in the Methods section. Who constituted the sample or population? I find this information in the Methods subsection, Patients. In the very first sentence, I learn that the trial enrolled overweight or obese adults 18 years or older with a stable body weight. All patients provided written consent before participation, and this is good. I also need to know how many participants were in the trial. This is the sample size. In the Methods subsection, Statistical Analysis, I learned that the researchers' goal was to include 3,600 patients. The researchers used a power analysis to come up with this number. Then, later on in the results section, I find the number of patients who actually participated. There were 3,731 total. 2,487 were in the experimental group, and 1,244 were in the control or placebo group. I also learn by reading that the two groups had similar characteristics at the start of the trial. This is very important and one of the many benefits of randomization. Eighth, I consider the study design. This study used a randomized control trial, or RCT for short. I learn about the randomization in the Methods subsection, Study Design. I remember that RCTs provide a high level of evidence, and they are considered the gold standard in medical research. If I don't recognize the study design, I refer to a textbook or library resource. It's very important to understand the overall design because it relates to the results and the interpretations. Also, every study design has limitations to consider. 9. I think about the statistical analyses. I find this information in the Methods subsection, Statistical Analysis. Here, the statistical tests are described. An analysis of covariance model was used for continuous outcomes, and logistic regression was used for dichotomous outcomes. I remember the levels of measurement, like continuous or dichotomous, from my biostats class. These levels must match the appropriate statistical test. The authors also described a sensitivity analysis. Now, I'm not familiar with this, so I grab my biostats text for a quick review.